Good morning everyone, Jai Shri Krishna. Today I'll start 14th chapter of Bhagwad Gita, which is called Guṇa, Traya, Vibhāg Yoga, which means yoga through understanding the three modes of material nature. I'll briefly talk about this yoga and recite 27 verses from this chapter explaining its meaning. This chapter describes the nature of the material energy, which is the source of the body and its elements, and is thus the origin of both mind and matter. Sri Krishna explains that material nature is constituted of three modes, means gunas: goodness, passion, and ignorance. The body, mind, and intellect that are made from the material energy also possess these three modes, and the mix of the modes in our being determines the color of our personality. The mode of goodness is characterized by peacefulness, well-being, virtue, and serenity. The mode of passion gives rise to endless desires and insatiable ambitions for worldly enhancements. And the mode of ignorance is the cause for delusion, laziness, intoxication, and sleep. Until the soul attains illumination, it must learn to deal with these three powerful forces of material nature. Liberation lies in transcending all three of these modes. Sri Krishna reveals a simple solution for breaking out of the bondage of three gunas. The Supreme Lord is transcendental to the three modes, and if we attach ourselves to Him, then our mind will also rise to the divine platform. The chapter ends with Sri Krishna again reminding us of the power of devotion and its ability to make us transcendent at the three gunas. Verses 1 to 27. Shri Bhagwana Uvacha Param Bhuyah Pravakshyami Gnananam Gnanamuttamam Yagna Tvamunaya Sarve Param Siddhimato Gataha Idam Gnanamupashritya Mama Sadharmya Magataha Sargepi Nupajayante Pralayena Yathinti Cha Mama Yonir Mahada Brahma Tasmin Garma Datamyaham Sambhavaha Sarvabhutanam Tato Bhavati Bharata Sarva Yonishu Konteya Muryataha Sambhavantiyaha Tasham Brahma Madhyo Niraham Bijapadraha Pita Sattvam Rajastam Iti Gunaha Prakruti Sambhavaha Nibanditi Mahabaho Dehe Dehi Mavyayam Tatra Sattvam Nirmal Prakashaka Namayam Sukha Sangena Vakrati Gnana Sangena Chanagda Rajo Ragatmakam Vidhi Trushna Samudravam Tanni Vratrati Konteya Karma Sangena Dehinam Tamast Sattva Gnanajam Vitti Mohanam Sarvadehinam Pramal Dalasya Nidrabhisti Nivvatrati Bharata Sattva Sukhe Sanjayati Raja Karmani Bharata Gnanamavrutya tu mamaha Pramade Sanga Yuktaha Rajastam Strami Bhuya Sattvam Bhavati Bharata Rajaha Sattvam Tamashveva Tamaha Sattvam Rajastata Sarvadareshu Dehesmi Nyaprakasha Upajayate Gnanam Yada Tada Vidya Dvivrutam Sattvamiyuta Lobha Pravruti Rarambha Karmanamashamaha Sprupa Rajasriyanati Jayante Vivrute Bharatvarshava Aprakasho Apravrutischa Pramado moha eva cha tamashetani jayante vivrutte kuru nandana. Yada sattve pravrutte tu pralayayati dehamruta tadottam vidam lokan malla pratipatyate. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma shashishu jayate तथा प्रलीनस्तं मसि मुदयोनिषु जायते. कर्मणः सकृतस्याहुः सात्विकं निर्मलं फलं रजसस्तु फलं दुःखमज्ञानं तमसः फलम्. सत्त्वासु जायते ज्ञानं रजसो लोभ एव च प्रमादमोहो तमसो भवतो अज्ञानमेव च. ऊर्ध्व गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्था मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसा जदन्यगुणवृत्तिष्ठा अद्यो गतन्ति तामसा. नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टा नृपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्दावशोऽधि गच्छति. गुणानेतानतीतो त्रिन्हेति देह समृद्धवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विर्मुक्तो अमृतमश्नुते. अर्जुन उवाच कलिङ्गे स्त्रीगुणानेता न नीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारः कथं चित्रान् स्त्रीन् गुणानतिर्वर्तते. श्रीभगवान् उवाच प्रकाशं च प्रवृत्तिं च मोहमेव च पाण्डव न द्वेष्टि सम्प्रवृत्तानि न निवृत्तानि काण्डकक्षति. उदासीनवदासीनो गुणेनो न विचाल्यते गुणावर्तन इत्येवं योऽवस्थति नेहते. समृद्धदुःखसुख स्वस्थः समलोष्टा काश्चनः तुल्यप्रिपाप्रियो धीरस्तुल्य निन्दात्म संसुस्तिः. मान अपमानयोस्तुल्य स्तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयोः सर्वारम्भ परित्यागी गुणातीतः स उच्यते. मां च यो व्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते स गुणान्तस्थितेता ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते. ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम् अमृतावस्य विवस्य च शाश्वतस्य च धर्मस्य सुखस्यैकान्तिकस्य च. Which means, the Divine Lord said, I shall once again explain to you the supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, by knowing which all the great saints attain the highest perfection. Those who take refuge in this wisdom will be reunited with me. They will not be reborn at the time of creation, nor destroyed at the time of dissolution. The total material substance means Prakriti is the womb. I impregnate it with the individual souls, and thus all living beings are born, O son of Kunti. For all species of life that are produced, the material nature is the womb, and I am the seed-giving father. O mighty armed Arjuna, the material energy consists of three gunas, means modes, sattva, rajas and tamas, which means goodness, passion and ignorance. These modes bind the eternal soul to the perishable body. Amongst these sattva guna, the mode of goodness, being purer than the others, is illuminating and full of well-being. O sinless one, it binds the soul by creating attachment for the sense of happiness and knowledge. O Arjuna, Rajoguna is of the nature of passion. It arises from worldly desire and affections and binds the soul through attachment to fugitive actions. O Arjuna, Tamoguna, which is born of ignorance, is the cause of illusion for the embodied soul. It deludes all living beings through negligence, laziness, and sleep. Sattva binds one to material happiness. Rajas conditions the soul towards actions, and tamas clouds wisdom and binds one to delusion. Sometimes goodness, means sattva, prevails over passion, over rajas, and ignorance, means tamas. O son of Bharata, sometimes passion dominates the goodness and ignorance, and at other times ignorance overcomes goodness and passion. When all the gates of the body are illumined by knowledge, know it to be a manifestation of the mode of goodness. When the mode of passion predominates, O Arjuna, the symptoms of greed, exertion for worldly gain, restlessness, and craving develop. O Arjuna, inertia, negligence, and delusion, these are the dominant signs of the mode of ignorance. Those who die with predominance of sattva reach the pure abode, which are free from rajas and tamas, of the learned. Those who die with prevalence of the mode of passion are born among people driven by work, while those dying in the mode of ignorance take birth in the animal kingdom. It is said the fruit of actions performed in the mode of goodness bestow pure results. Actions done in mode of passion result in pain, while those performed in mode of ignorance result in darkness. From the mode of goodness arises knowledge, from the mode of passion arises greed, and from the mode of ignorance arises negligence and delusion. Those situated in the mode of goodness rise upward, those in the mode of passion stay in middle, and those in the mode of ignorance go downward. When wise persons see that in all works there are no agents of actions other than three gunas, and they know me to be transcendental to these gunas, they attain my divine nature. By transcending the three modes of material nature associated with the body, one becomes free from birth, death, disease, old age, and misery, and attain immortality. Arjuna inquired, what are the characteristics of those who have gone beyond the three gunas, O Lord? How do they act? How do they go beyond the bondage of the gunas? The Supreme Divine Personality said, O Arjuna, the persons who are transcendental to the three gunas neither hate illumination, which is born of sattva, nor activity, which is born of rajas, nor even delusion, which is born of tamas. When these are abundantly present, nor do they long for them when they are absent, they remain neutral to the modes of nature and are not disturbed by them. Knowing it is only the gunas that act, they stay established in the self without wavering. Those who are alike in happiness and distress, who are established in the self, who look upon the clod, a stone, and a piece of gold as of equal value, who remain the same amidst pleasant and unpleasant events, who are intelligent, who accept both blame and praise with equanimity, who remain the same in honor and dishonor, who treat both friend and foe alike, and who have abandoned all enterprises, they are said to be have risen above the three gunas. Those who serve me with unalloyed devotion rise above the three modes of material nature and come to the level of Brahmin. I am the basis of formless Brahmin, the immortal and imperishable, of eternal Dharma, and of unending divine bliss. अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता गुण त्रय विभाग योग संपूर्णम. Namaste.